Hello everyone, I am Madhuchandra DR, working in Department of Civil Engineering, PSE, Mandya. In this video, I am going to explain direct shear test. Our aim is to determine the shearing strength of soil. So, the shear strength of parameters C and pi value by using shear stress apparatus. Okay, according to IS 2720, Part 13, 1986. Okay, now apparatus required for direct shear test. The direct shear test box consists of shear box, porous plate, grid plate, sample cutter, weighing balance, load cell and LVDT. In this test, we have to place a specimen of dimension 60 mm by 25 mm placed in a shear box. Initially, the specimen is subjected to normal load and directly we are going to apply the shear force in the horizontal direction at a rate of 1.25 mm per minute. Figure 1 shows before shearing, figure 2 shows after shearing of the specimen. Direct shear test apparatus consists of a direct shear box which is having a facility of cut into two halves. Okay, this is base plate, a pair of shear key, porous stone, grid plate and sample cutter and loading pad and a hammer. Take a known quantity of soil sample using sample cutter. Note down the initial weight of the soil sample. Place base plate, place one porous stone and place a grid plate which is perpendicular to the direction of shearing. So now place another half of shear box, place shear keys. Okay. Place a soil sample which is taken. Tamp the sand by using tamper. Place another grid plate which is also perpendicular to the direction of shear. Place porous stone above the grid plate and place loading pad, which is the setup is ready. This is direct shear test apparatus which is consists of a movable direct shear box which is moved by using motor. Loading cell is used to measure the shear force and measure the deformation by using LVDT. See, this is a lever arm which is used to apply normal stress. The shear box inside. Place the lever arm on a loading pad. Apply the normal stress by using lever arm. It should be perpendicular. If it is not perpendicular, make sure it is perpendicular by using adjustable screws. Adjust the load cell exactly and LVDT. Make sure that it is contact with the shear box. From the display we can observe the shear load as well as shear displacement. So there are two displacement here, displacement 1 and displacement 2. Displacement 1 measures horizontal displacement, displacement 2 measures vertical displacement. So we have to note down for a regular interval of displacement we have to measure the load. Apply a normal stress of 0.5 kg per centimeter square. Remove the shear keys which is previously fitted to the shear box. Start the experiment. See, the load is acting in horizontal direction at the rate of 1.25 mm per minute. So here you can note down the horizontal displacement. At every 0.5 mm horizontal displacement, you have to note down the corresponding load. The experiment is continued until the soil specimen fails, which indicated that the load will decreases. Or such a kind of failure is not happened, the displacement takes up to 12.5 mm. Repeat the same procedure for a normal stress of 1 kg per centimeter square, 1.5 kg per centimeter square. Conduct at least 3 tests on specimen having same density but applying different normal loads. Now record all the observations in the tabular column. First we have to note down the specimen specification. Dimension of the specimen is 6 cm by 6 cm into 2.5 cm. Thickness of the specimen is 2.5 cm. The initial area of the specimen is equal to 36 cm square. The initial mass of the specimen is 144 grams. Now tabular all the readings. See here corresponding displacement, you have to note down the shear force. Convert shear force from kilonewton to kg. Now calculate the corrected area. Corrected area AC is equals to A0 into 1 minus delta L by 3, where A0 is a initial area of the specimen and delta L is a displacement at any time. Shear stress is equals to shear force by initial area of the specimen. Now plot a graph of shear stress versus shear strain for different normal stresses. You will get shear stress at failure. From this test, for a normal stress of 0.5 kg per centimeter square, shear stress at failure is 0.357 kg per centimeter square. Similarly, for a normal stress of 1 kg per centimeter square, shear stress at failure is 0.642 kg per centimeter square. Finally, for normal stress 1.5 kg per centimeter square, shear stress at failure is 0.899 kg per centimeter square. Now again plot a graph of normal stress versus shear stress. Normal stress of 0.5, 1.5 kg per centimeter square corresponding to the failure. Join these points by a line. This line will give you Morse failure envelope. See, the intercept made with the y-axis will give you cohesion. The slope of this line will give you angle of internal friction. So for this sample, the cohesion value is 0. The angle of internal friction will give you some value. See, different value of C and phi is different types of soils. Okay, I hope you understand. This video will help you. Thank you all.